It's just one floor above us here. For some time, the doors that lead from this part of the building, Secretariat, to the other side of the building, which I guess would be the conference building, have been open, such that, for example, members of the media or others can go through the third floor to see the Security Council proceedings, sit in the public gallery of not only the Security Council, but ECOSOC, trusteeship. And it's now been locked, and when I asked why it was locked, which makes it more difficult to cover those bodies, I was told it was some sort of security concern for the annex of the PGA's office on the third floor. And I just wanted to ask you, maybe they're blaming you unfairly, but...
Okay, here we are. This is the United Nations third floor, the press floor, but also, and this is the door to the Security Council, public gallery. We want to watch the meeting about peacekeeping. Oh, wait a second, it's locked. So the public is locked out. Tourists are there, but we can't go through. The press and public can't go to the public gallery. Now, we raised, as Intercity Press, since these geniuses that specialize in evicting other journalists didn't raise it, we asked the spokesman for the PGA's office, because we were first told this happened because the office of the President of the General Assembly down that hall didn't want people wandering in, so they wanted this door to be locked. But we asked it at the briefing, and were told afterwards by email that they're not responsible, to ask the Secretariat. Well, while some people are saying this is to save the cost of one UN security guard, while Antonio Guterres walks around with two everywhere he goes, so does the deputy, I blame the Department of Public Information. They're the ones supposed to let the public in. That's right, the public. Who took the public out of the Department of Public Information? And what is the genius groups that specialize in getting other journalists thrown out of their office? What have they done about it? Zero, zip, nothing. Door remains closed. Incompetence, corruption, and sleaze at the United Nations. And if they all collaborate together for a rosy solution, don't believe it. These guys collaborate on covering up impunity for peacekeeper sexual abuse. It's a joke. It's an entire scam. We asked yesterday, no amount of late afterwards. Now they're going, this is making us look bad, open it up. No, you locked out the public, and the people who don't even want to cover these things don't care. People have access denied, they just don't care. Intercity Press covered the meeting of that group in the press briefing room because they had taken money from convicted UN briber Eng Lap Sang. And for covering a meeting in the press briefing room with no paperwork that it was closed, Intercity Press was thrown out of its office and workspace by the UN, thrown in the street, computers smashed on the ground, and for 2 years, has had to get a minder to cover things on the second floor for covering corruption at the UN, which grows daily. But now they've locked the public out of the Security Council. So now you know how it goes. And on that note, with these flags, we will tell you the UN is a corrupt censor.
Is it true that the PGA's office is the reason for this further decrease in access at the UN to covering the bodies that I just mentioned? Could you find out?
I can tell you informally that we in the PGA's office were also wondering why those doors had been locked. So I'm not aware that our office requested any sort of door to be closed. I would be very surprised if that would be the case, actually. But let me try to see. I mean, in general, of course, as you know, the Secretariat handles the management of this building, what doors are open or not. That's not really for the General Assembly to get into, or the President of the General Assembly to comment on. But since you were told that our office was to blame for this, let me look into it, and I'll get back to you.
Let's work together to restore access.
Okay, well, you know we believe in transparency in our office, definitely. Any other questions? Great, thank you very much.